How I turned a no into a yes when asking for a promotion. Story time. And just trigger warning here. This happened many years ago, and you're going to hear about some pretty horrific illegal practices. But hey, let's go with it. So many years ago, I found this company that I fell in love with. I actually went to an event where I saw somebody up on stage training and thought it was so incredible that I ended up writing them a disruptive cover letter about my experience with the company and what I saw, and that I'd love to work for them. They ended up interviewing me and hiring me for a job. A year later, the person that I saw, they were expanding and a role came available to do that job. And to me, that was just my dream job, right? It's what made me fall in love with the company and reach out to them and write the disruptive cover letter. So I go to my boss at the time, who's an ex Navy SEAL, and I say, I would love that job. That's what I saw. I have this track record. I think I could do that job. And he looks at me and says, "Oh no, I wouldn't give you that job." I go, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "No, no, no." He goes, "That job requires a lot of investment on our end, a lot of investment in you, a lot of training, and you're not the right candidate. Now get ready. Here's the trigger part." I said, "What do you mean I'm not the right candidate?" He goes, "Well, I want somebody who's like married and settled down and has a mortgage and has bills to pay because they're going to be really incentivized to learn this role and do it and stay with us for a long time." I am not kidding you. He said that. But I was like, all right. And in the moment, I said, well, what would it take for you to give me a shot? What has to happen? What, like, aside from me suddenly being married and having a home, because I can't, produce that overnight, what could I do in replace of that in order for you to give me a shot? So he was like, okay. And this is where he was fair. He said, all right, on your own time, not on your work time, I want you to put together, you've seen the presentation. I want you to put together the whole presentation and you will do it in front of everybody. And we'll let everybody decide whether or not you can do the job. So I did it. I wanted that job. I used time outside the office. I went to the guy that I originally saw doing the job, told him, "Tom, this is why I want the job so bad. Give me your best pointers." He did. I practiced it all, set it up, and I knocked it out of the park. And he had to give me the job. It was awesome. And I ended up absolutely loving that job. I traveled the country. It was an incredible experience. And it was one of the skill sets that really helped me eventually get into training and coaching where I am today. So, the moral of the story, besides the fact that, I had a boss who was old school and did something really illegal in his hiring practices, well, another day. But more importantly, you can turn a no into a yes if you don't give up in that moment. That's the moment to say, what has to be in place? And then it's up to you to decide, like, are they being totally unrealistic? Then time to move on, right? But in this case, I thought I could do it and I went for it and it worked. I know it won't work out every time, but folks, we got to give it a try. If we get a no, we shouldn't take it at face value. We should see it as a no, not today, but it doesn't mean no, not tomorrow, right? We can figure out what we have to do to get to yes. And that's what I love helping people do every single day at Work It Daily. So if you're looking to get a raise or a promotion that has been easy on you, I would love it if you came over. By the way, little secret code TikTok 10. Been sharing that recently. That gets you $10 a month off all of our membership levels. We have a 7-day free trial, so you can try us risk free. And memberships start at $29 a month. So that would only be $19 a month for you. 7 days free to start. Let's figure out how to get you a raise and a promotion. Okay. Thanks for letting me share my story. And don't forget, just ask. Good luck. Go get them.